First off, rest in peace, neighborhood nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Move Javante
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, Faith over here.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
What up, good people out there? We are back with a brand new episode. This is episode 171. And you already know who it is. It's your favorite guys from your favorite pod, the 3-Man Weave podcast. And I'm one of your favorite guys, Buchanan. You know, who else I got with me?
Hold on. You're not the Washington fan extraordinaire?
Nah, just keep it moving, man. Who else?
It's a sad day, man.
It's a sad
day.
It's your boy Hill,
man.
Hill go Hill regardless, baby. Let's get it.
And you already know who it is. It's your boy AJ, Mr. We tied for first place. Yeah, I mean, I told you. I said I was concerned, but I ain't panicking. And we back in this thing.
We asked the question, and you did answer. Like y'all said, this is episode 171. Y'all know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _. You can catch us on TikTok and Twitch, 3-Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Also, once you show up in the building tonight, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you're watching this later on the playback, hit the like button when you show up. Please share it to all your friends.
And make sure, like, hey, even if you're not here for the live and you watch the playback, leave us some comments. We'll get back to you. We do respond to comments. Yeah. If anybody, I be comment watching, so you're gonna get a response.
Hey, you can either leave a comment on the YouTube actual video, or you can come to the Facebook group, or you can DM us on Instagram. I'm telling you, email us, whatever. You say something to us, we will respond. You know, so you will get a response.
You may not like it,
but you're gonna get a response.
You go get a response, goddammit. That's one thing for certain. Hey, man. And before we get started, anybody who know how to work Twitch, can y'all bro, I've been trying to figure this Twitch out shit.
On the PS5, I don't think it saves, bro. It's not meant for that.
Damn, because like
it's a live platform, so that's where that money is. So it's like you gotta
get people just to come to the live.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that dumb?
There's other.
See if I can send that shit to our YouTube then and put our games on YouTube.
Yeah, there's other apps that people use to capture it though, but it's a bunch of stuff. So
all right, well then maybe I'll look into that. Fuck Twitch. Well, no, sorry. Hey, y'all don't pay us yet, but I ain't gonna say fuck Twitch. What I'll say is maybe, you know, the Canon Madden League will have to come up on the 3-Man Weave YouTube instead of Twitch for the time being until we can figure out how to get them shits to save to the channel. God damn, I'm sweating.
Because when
tequila kicking my ass already.
When the PS5 first dropped, that's one of the things I was like super excited for. I was like, yo, it got Twitch because a lot of people, man, Hill got it right away. So a lot of people didn't have it. And people were like, yo, you know what I mean? Record it. They was like, you got the capture on there. I was like, I twitched it, but I was like, I was just like AJ. I was like, bro,
you should go.
Yeah, you should go. I was watching the Twitch while it was happening. So it was like, I mean, so it was like,
bro,
man.
Like literally, I had Twitch up on my phone while you and I were playing our game of Madden. And I was like, you know, after we finished and everything, I was about to send it to the chat. Like, hey, yo, me and Kato just played. I hit in. Where did shit go?
And that was it.
And that was the end.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, kid. Shit, I'm still trying to figure out what Twitch is myself. It's just some shit that they said, hey, y'all need to get on Twitch. That shit. It's just a platform where, you know, you can do gaming, podcasts, and all of that shit, and you can, stream onto it as well. So it's pretty much YouTube and shit, some more shit.
You breezed by while you said it, and I don't really think you really meant to really say it out loud. But what's the since we are making this transition to tequila,
Tequila
drinking.
Yes.
You starting to drink more tequila, Cannon. AJ started to drink more tequila. I'm transitioning as slowly as it's taking me to get here. Like, what is y'all favorite tequila though?
But when did we come up on this though? That's what I'm saying.
AJ just said it.
Oh, he just said
Yeah,
it.
because I said it, I'm sweating. I said this tequila kicking my ass.
That's why I said he didn't mean to say it. See,
facts. Oh, all right.
Well, why you think, Ken? Oh, go ahead.
Tequila is probably I like Jose, man. That's my favorite. And I like Jose Black. But I think it costs a lot, so I don't really get it a lot. You feel me?
I heard great reviews of the LeBron's
the Lobos.
Lobos.
Yeah, I haven't had it yet, but
Me neither.
I've heard great reviews. We still gotta try Hugh Jackson's tequila.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
but if I think I've been a fan of what is it, Terramana?
Terramana?
Yeah, Mr. Rocks.
That's actually what I'm drinking currently. And,
yeah, I've been a fan of that.
And I've always been a fan of good liquor that is not expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And so prior to, you used to make fun of me when I used to drink because I was drinking Jameson back in like 2010, 2011. And you would make fun of me saying, drinking booth, but Jameson was a very good whiskey. It was very smooth. And at the time, it wasn't very expensive because not a whole lot of people was onto it at that point in time.
It's still not that expensive. It's a good price.
It's still not that expensive. But at that time, I would drink like Jameson Black Barrel and stuff like that. And it's like it wasn't as expensive.
Yeah.
But now I definitely drink Terramana because it's very smooth. I have that, and it's another one that I drink. It's a very nice bottle. I still don't know what the fuck it's called, but but I get it every time I'm in Florida. I get it because it's at the liquor store right by my mama crib. And one day I was leaving the beach and I was already drunk. And so when you're drunk, you just be trying shit. And so I was like, I ain't got no more liquor at my mama crib, so I bought the bottle. And I was like, oh, this shit look nice, and it wasn't that expensive. And this shit kind of good. So Terramana and this other shit. Matter of fact, go ahead.
Can't really go wrong with Casamigos either.
Yeah.
Casamigos been doing the thing. It is on the expensive side. Let's say that if you a regularly, drinker,
I feel like it's at a good price point too, though.
Yeah, but I think they caught the wave when hype beast. Like, like Henny went up. Like when Henny used to be a solid $30, you know what I'm saying? And then when everybody started drinking Henny, next thing you know, you go catch a bottle of Henny with the tax, Henny $40 a bottle.
Once it get in the rap video, don't drink it no more.
That's why I was telling Cannon when you was on the way. I said Casamigos kind of getting to that, trying to get to that wave too. Like
this shit is called Don Ramon.
And see, but see, this is what I was trying to tell you though. The you don't like Jose, but the Jose that I drink is not that drink. Like Google Jose Black. It's $100 bottle. I do like Don Julio too.
I'm about to say Don Julio is smooth as hell. Like
I fuck with Don Julio as well. But once again, what I've learned is a lot of times when you get, some of those more popular stuff, the more that it is in demand, the lower the quality is going to start going down because they start start mass producing. Brooks said, "I'll drink nothing I can't spell."
I like Don Julio Silver. It's pretty good.
Y'all had De Leon?
Yeah, I had De Leon. I actually got a bottle of De Leon in my little case right here that I haven't cracked open yet.
Yeah, we got homecoming this weekend, so one of these about to happen. You know, I'm on one of them. You know,
I've chalked it up, yo. I ain't gonna be able to make it to homecoming, yo.
I'm about to say that disappointed ass side. I ain't like how it was coming.
Yeah, because it slipped my mind, yo. I just started forgetting, like, oh shit, it's this weekend.
But I ain't gonna be there neither, man.
Yeah.
Kenny, you probably was never planning on going.
Oh, I went to the ones before that. What you talking about? I actually was supposed to get paid. I went to the last couple homecomings.
Yeah, but you had an ulterior. But I'm messing with you, by the way. But
I have no ulterior motives. I just went to the last couple homecomings.
Last of what was our anniversary?
And I was supposed to go to this one because I was supposed to get paid, but I got a better paying gig, so it's like I had to take the highest paying one. Hey.
And our guy Ruli, he said, I saw a post that said, without bats, there would be no tequila. The bats pollinate the agave plants. Drinker facts. One of them also
be a lot of stuff, bro.
Also one of the most expensive coffees in the world is created from bat shit. So guano.
But guano fertilizers, that's the number one source of fertilizer in the world. So it's like, but the thing about it, like, bro, if you get rid of bats or bees, the world would really become a scary place. We would lose stuff.
It's really like the butterfly effect. Like,
it really is.
Like when you kill, like, just because you think of like an insect that's so small, like, you know, it is gonna roll. It snowballs because that insect may pollinate something, and it feed like something else feeds on it while it pollinate. Like, it's just stacks on it,
man. That's the real talk. He'll laughing.
No,
he's laughing at Rakia.
Yeah, this is what I'm laughing at. Yeah, that man and them, they the supply. They the supplier. They the connect, B.
I'm vengeance.
Yep.
Nah, that bats cause corona too. All right, Trump.
Nah, it caused corona.
All right, man. Let's move on. Our guy finally got the record, got the Yankee record.
All rise.
All rise.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge, you know, hit number 62 last night, and we were starting to get a little worried, you know. They was cutting into football game, college football games, and them.
Bro, they have been cutting it. They've been having like I ain't go front. Saturday was kind of blowing me because I'm like, hey, bro, like,
that's the second week.
Yeah, like, hey, come on now, like, game's on, dog. Like, I understand, you know, it's America's pastime. College football. That's a national holiday. Saturday, don't cut in.
It was funny because the first week they did it, like I said, college football fans was upset. Like, right. And I got it to them, like, you know, this is a historic, you know, it's a historic moment, you know what I'm saying?
Course.
But I wasn't watching. So I'm just responding, you know, killing time. So this week when I was actually watching the college football game, we was watching the game together, and they cut to it. I still wasn't mad because I'm a Yankee fan. Okay, cool. Want to see the hit, but it was still split screen. So I'm sitting there like,
I'm pictured it. So what is people complaining about?
That's what I'm like, y'all really that mad? It's still split screen.
At that point,
he have done
is
to make them niggas that mad.
I'm like, at that point when I actually seen it, I'm like, y'all just want to complain.
So I'm a cape for college football fans a little bit.
Because we all college football fans, so don't do it, bro.
I'm not.
I was gonna say not everybody.
I ain't one of them. I can't relate to what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? I watch the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, some college football fans are truly like, hey, we don't care. Especially like y'all, like you as well, Ken, and you are also a Yankees fan. Like a lot of like people in these like,
it could have been the Nats, somebody from the Nats about to do it, or Brooklyn.
They
like history, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. But these people, they don't care, bro. They don't care if they team is playing Vanderbilt. We're not trying to see no minimized screen. Like, I want my team on like the big screen because
on minimized screens.
No, because you know what they also doing on the split screen. They taking the sound away and they go into the Yankee sound, and then you see it like
horrible picture.
But here's the thing, and then what makes them even like more frustrated is okay, you go on split screen so we can see history. They ain't even pitching to this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
yeah.
hey, bro, what the like? I don't care. Like, get like what something like because
and striking out.
Right, and so what a lot of football
anything, bro.
So what a lot of what a lot of the college football fans is doing is like, hey, bro, we'll see it. They replay the shit on Sports Center anyway, so we gonna see it. Put Florida State back on the screen.
But it's also some college football fans who are fans of both and want to be able to see it live. So it's
that's what I tried to explain that to a college football fan. You won't try to get none of that.
I'm telling you,
being selfish because I know some college football fans who are diehard baseball fans too. So
but you also know. I know some college football fans who are diehard baseball fans as well, and still would have been like, get this shit off the screen.
Can't please everybody, man.
I know you can't please everybody.
We live in a world where they're gonna report everything, bro. It didn't even have to be the judge thing. If it was big news, they would have split that screen, bro.
But that's my point when it comes to you can't please everybody. Because guess what? If they didn't do split screen, it's the people who are baseball fans who wanted to see it would have been like, hey, why didn't y'all cut to that shit? How did I miss it? I didn't even know it was about to happen. You know, some shit like that. So motherfuckers would have complained regardless.
Exactly. And we would still be talking about it either way.
Because we'd have to be talking about the other way.
Yeah. It was the fact that I think it just took so long. It was like at the rapid pace that he was hitting home runs. And then when he got to 60, how he just immediately just slowed down.
Got discipline.
But I understood certain pitches. Like certain pitches. When I text y'all, I said certain pitches, I'm like, yeah, hey, the game close. What it's not about to do is I'm not about to lose the game and lose history, be a part of history at the same time. So I understood not pitching to him, pitching away to him. I understood that part. But one of them games we was watching, matter of fact, the Saturday game, they was losing about 8-0, 8-4, whatever.
The Orioles game.
Yeah, they was getting their ass whipped. I'm like, y'all still wasn't pitching to him. I'm like, at this point, but that's just y'all acting like hoes at this point.
But that's cowardice to me. Because
that's my point.
Here's the thing, right? Even if it's a close game, if I'm the pitcher, I'm telling the manager, I'm like, look, bro, I'm bringing the cheese on this, bro. Like, I don't want to pitch out. 2, I want to go down swinging. If he's up against me for history, and this is where history placed me, I'm the guy that he's facing for 62. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like, let me give my stuff. This is what I trained for too. Let me say I got out of the jam on him, gave him cheese, and sat him down. You feel me? Why I gotta pitch out, walk him, or you know what I mean? But then some people didn't. Some people didn't because, like I said, he got the swinging and fishing. That some people, slider. You know what I mean?
But see, here's the thing. Also, if you notice, in that same Orioles game, they're like, even when it was 8-0, Judge had a strikeout.
Yeah, he did.
But what it was is like they didn't want to make a mistake to him. So it's like if they try, like they're trying to make the perfect pitch, and if you're not making the perfect pitch, then we just not gonna like. So it's sometimes it looks like they're just throwing away from like Judge, but in all actuality, they're ain't like when you're aiming, you're not gonna like you're really gonna lose like command of your pitches because you're trying to put it somewhere instead of just throwing it and using your proper mechanics. So with them aiming, they're trying to make the perfect pitch. It's gonna look like you're throwing away from them, but in all actuality, you're just trying to paint the black. You're trying to paint the edges of the strike zone. So, and then if you get down 3-0, you're not just gonna serve him up, you know, a fastball down the middle. You still gonna try and, you know, do your thing and paint. And half the time it's just like, all right, put him on the base and we'll go again. But you saw the same thing, and you saw him ended up getting struck out with a good pitch sequence, and everything was on the corners, low in the strike zone, you know, exactly where it should be because he just made his pitches and he hit his spots.
But that's what, like I said, all I'm saying is, like you said, you ask for, you know, history when history, Yankees history. Let's be specific, Yankees history. And you know, it was funny that when, you know, Cannon got on you about, you know, the home run chase, y'all had y'all back and forth, which was a good home run chase. It was funny, it's like, you know, you're like, this is exciting. This is exciting. But this right here, this comment right here, I got marked. baseball made themselves boring for no reason. It was like when we was watching the chase, and it's like when you eloquently explain how pitching in a way it's different. It's not necessarily pitching the way it can be viewed that way. That's what happened. Like I said, we wanted to see what Cannon was talking about. Nah, I'm going out on my shield, with my glove in my hand. Well, I'm throwing you cheese, bro. What's up? Mano and mano. I get paid too. What's up?
Facts, bro.
What's up? That's what we.
And there were a couple pitchers who he met a couple pitchers in there because he struck out several times, like AJ said over that course. But for the most part, it was like teams just didn't want to be a part of it. So it's like
a lot of walks, too. Yeah.
If I'm an ace, bro, and I'm coming up, I'm telling the skip, I'm like, look, bro, nah. I want to burn him right now. I want to be able to tell my kids that he was up for 62 and I sat him down with my stuff. And I don't want to be trying to throw away. I want to be able to come up there with my natural stuff, like AJ said, so I can hit my natural targets. I don't want to be thinking of. I just want to treat it like this is another at bat. He's trying to win. I'm trying to sit him down and let history fall where it may. And I feel like, to Mark's point, that would have been more exciting. They try to control the moments too much, man, in professional sports.
Now we had Joe, fourth man Joe in the group. He said, I gotta find it. I'm gonna find it. He said, if Judge gets the record, the Yankees record, he's considering that the new home run record.
No.
How do y'all?
You can't take that, bro.
Okay.
You can't.
The record is 73, and I don't care what nobody says, bro.
Yeah.
Like the record is 73.
Yeah.
I watched Barry Bonds hit 73 home runs,
and I've always made this argument, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Steroids cannot help you hit home runs. What it can allow you to do is be healthy and crush balls. Pause. But you have to be able to hit home runs already. You see what I'm saying?
But here's my thing.
It allowed Barry Bonds to be healthy longer, maybe than he should have been, and play longer. So it might have helped his all-time home run record. Well, I'll give him that. It might have gave him an advantage on that. But in the season, I just felt like he was locked in, but also like it wasn't the social media era, and pitchers were trying to gun him down because they was trying to gun him down. It was like all right, you throwing fastballs, they were getting taken out the park. So.
But you
can't take it from him, man.
And here's the thing. Also, when we talk about Barry Bonds, it's not like Barry Bonds was just a straight home run hitter and nothing else. Barry Bonds literally had the greatest eye since Tony Gwynn. He would see maybe one or two hittable pitches a game, and it's going out the park. I don't care how many steroids you take, how much weights you lift. To put a round bat on a round ball means you have this much room for error. Because if you hit it here as a fly ball, you hit it here, it's a ground ball. And he would be able to take one or two pitches and put them in the seats 73 times out of 162 games and 4 at-bats a game. So to me, I don't like that doesn't walks. A lot of walks. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, to me, it's just like, when you
a lot of walks.
I see it as like a backup quarterback coming into the game just straight off the bench, kind of like that. You don't want to just send them into the game and then be like, all right, I need you to, throw us 5 straight passes down the field. No, what do you try to do? You want to give them some warm-ups, like warm-up throws, get them comfortable and stuff like that. It's really hard to just come in and be like, all right, go get it. No, you want them to be comfortable. So to think of that as like baseball, it's just like, I know that I'm not about to see no pitches, but I get one pitch and then I just automatically got to turn it on and then hit it out. Like, that's elite preparation. It's elite hand-eye coordination, which has nothing to do with strength. That's elite timing. That's you know what I mean? Like, all that stuff that he was doing has nothing to do with strength.
He was doing some ridiculous stuff, though, man.
No. But what I'm saying, like, none of that, like, to me, all of that, like that is like, to me, that is straight separate from steroids, in my opinion. Hand-eye coordination, steroids don't help you with that.
I agree with that, but like I said, his joints was. I seen a 500 from him before, bro.
My
doing
thing,
doing that 73 times, way out of the
like,
park, bro. Like
be quite honest.
not out of the stadium, like out over the fence, out the park. Like I'm talking literally out the park, bro. Like
he made McCovey Cove, made it hitting McCovey Cove like regular, and that ain't regular.
and it's not, bro.
That ain't regular. Like we don't really see that often now. Like you feel what I'm saying? But my thing about it, okay, we get it.
It again, bro.
It was the steroid era.
Mm-hmm.
Why wasn't nobody else close to this?
There were other. That was. I mean,
well, nobody close to 73, bro.
I mean,
and here's my thing. It's also
he had 68. That's close, 60. Bro.
73 different. 70s is different.
No, I'm saying, but that's the end. Like it is like not like he.
Now that race, that race was different. Now him and McGuire was going.
What I'm saying is not like he did that. It's 73 ain't been around that long. You see what I'm saying? And there's no more steroid era. So in the steroid era, it was 73. Then it was like 68. It was a couple close ones, but then the era was over, bro. So it's like they cracked down on it. So it's like,
I'm comparing that era though. I'm going at it that era because it was.
Yeah,
I'm talking about that year. I'm talking about for that year. He won't the only one just using steroids for that year.
Nah, but sometimes like it's kind of like
you get what I'm saying.
When people know you got it, they just fall back. Why strain my back? You feel me? Because it's hard to hit home runs, bro. So it's like, bro, if you got it, I can just relax now and hit home runs as they come. But if I'm in a race, bro, I'm gunning for it. So it's a difference. So I mean, and baseball is kind of like a respect thing. Like once you got it, like you seen like Judge separated himself, they backed off. It was closer towards the All-Star game when we first brought it up. When AJ was disrespecting it. You feel me? AJ loved the steroid era, so we knew he wasn't gonna go against that.
Bring that shit back. That's when baseball was lit. Baseball was that's when it was America's pastime. When you had fucking Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire, Rafael Palmeiro, Jose Canseco.
I hate Jose.
But Jose a bitch, but that shit was
my point that it can be done without it.
Mm-hmm. No, it could definitely be done. But also, what like the thing about it is, it's just like it's literally got to be baseball got to be a perfect storm, bro. Like,
feel me?
Hey, boy, give me a little bit, give me a little bit of deer antler spray on my knees, boy. I might.
Hey, and sign me up for the AJ. Oh, and that sign me up.
I will legit take some HGH.
Man.
You know what's great? You know what's
money.
I
really don't understand why HGH is frowned upon.
Because it just helps. It just helps you
heal faster.
But that's why I don't exactly. Because guess what? Because you know what? Because
everybody can't take it though. So it's like it could be if you have a certain amount of hormones in your body, it could be harmful to you. So it's like it's not fair. So it's like, oh, if you could take something that if I take it's harmful to me, that ain't fair. Now you got a competitive edge, which is why
it ain't my fault. I'm God's favorite.
Hey,
I asked the question. And I got the answer.
So it's all about just keeping it. It don't really give you a supreme advantage. It's not like that steroids that Boz was doing. Y'all remember Boz? Like he was on roids that straight make you run through a brick wall. Yeah. Like that was difference. Like
that was cocaine. That shit was that pure Colombian bam bam.
His 30 for 30 was trash. I'm just keep that.
And you know what's crazy?
Because
to have a trash 30 to have a trash 30 for 30, you kind of trash. Because they don't miss with them 30 for 30s.
I mean, your story was cool.
Because I mean, it wasn't. This is the used one, but Bernie Kosar in the U was kind of trash. Like it's kind of pathetic.
And you know what's funny? Like I always be thinking, like when you hear about Bernie Kosar and how he was like the Browns' best quarterback, you literally think that shit was so far away. Like it's so long ago in the past.
It was in our lifetime. What you mean?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but like when you hear Bernie Kosar, but you making my point. When you hear Bernie Kosar, you think Bernie Kosar was the quarterback of the Browns in the 1930s. Like,
yeah, it feels like that.
Thought he was Johnny U.
Yeah, you know, but like single bar face mask, Bernie Kosar.
Fact.
But it's just like, damn, he ain't even that old.
The batting average is in Triple Crown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Judge ain't get that. He was fifth in the batting average.
Yeah.
He was first in extra base hits. He was first in home run.
That's MVP type numbers though.
He was tied for first in RBI. He was first for on base percentage. He's first in slugging. Like I said, can we give him the MVP now, AJ?
100%.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Bro, when we talked about the MVP, that shit was like 2 months ago.
I was messing with you. You know, I gotta mess with you.
I got like 2 months ago.
I'm gonna take my time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take my opportunity to get at you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
and it was there.
Come on, take it. Take your victory.
All right,
lap.
look,
It's all right. You know, I
since
never
we
had
here,
no problem.
This off script.
World
Series predictions, man.
That was on the script.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's on brand.
I'm not messing with you, but I'm gonna be a homer. I think this is gonna be.
I knew it.
But this is gonna be the opportunity. This is gonna be the time. I think the first round bye is going to help us. We're gonna get us healthy. It's gonna get us to regroup, to get us refocused. Like Candace said, after that, you know, we was worrying in that horrible ass August. They finally got it together. The home run race got them locked in. Cool. I do think I think they're gonna end up going whoever they're going to get Cleveland or the Rays. I think it's going to be Cleveland. I think they're going to beat whoever it is, but I think it's going to be Cleveland. I'm going to predict that. Houston is going to have a tougher time, whoever they have to face, and I believe that's going to wear and tear on them when they come to us in the conference conference finals.
But you know what?
The ALCS.
Yeah, I was about to torture that thing. That's why
American League Championship Series.
That's why I said conference final. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Playoffs.
Facts.
But I got us meeting the Astros there. I got us coming over the hump. I got us going to the World Series.
Yeah, facts. I got us in the World Series too, so I'm with you on that one.
I got us going against the Dodgers. I think we finally gonna get the matchup that the world been wanting to see.
I would love to see that. But I don't have them. I got the Cardinals, man.
Cardinals. So you got the Cardinals.
If it's the Cardinals, this shit is rigged.
Oh, to see Pujols,
Yachty.
I don't think it's rigged, bro. I just think.
Quick tangent. We have done a disservice as a pod, as baseball fans. Have we not talked about Albert Pujols enough and what he's done?
Yeah, no, we have done a disservice. I apologize because
for him getting 700. You know, that is an achievement that should have been talked about.
We might not see that.
La Mahina. Yeah, Pujols is an all-time great, yo. Like
all-time great.
Yeah, Pujols is an all-time great, and you know, when we was talking about a couple episodes ago, mimicking, you know, different batting stances. Pujols was one of those ones I used to try too. Like, I could never see how he generated power, but he was just one strong ass motherfucker.
He's just a strong dude. It's all in his forearms, bro. Like he doesn't even need his hips, bro. It's just forearm. Just I love Pujols as a player, man. But I was
gonna ask you, really got to beat the Braves in the series?
It's gonna be. I got it going to 7.
Okay.
So I want to pick the Braves. Braves is like I used to love the Braves. They weren't never my team, but it was like
my mom a Braves fan.
David Justice. I used to love just watching them as a kid. It was a lot of hits, a lot of home runs, a lot of streaks. Chipper Jones was like always had a batting streak going. But and they got a good squad this year. They truly do. I feel like the Dodgers is the best team in the National League, but I feel like the Braves are the hottest team right now, and I feel like the Cardinals are the most well-rounded team, though, that could deal with the adversity that comes along with the MLB postseason. And so that's just my prediction. It remains. We're gonna see how it plays out. But I got the Yankees and the Cardinals. I would love to see the Yankees and the Dodgers, but either way, I think, bro, as long as the Yankees there, we get a great World Series, bro.
Yeah.
Come
it's
on,
funny
man.
though that if Cardinals get theirs real, we had to revisit that. But go ahead, AJ. Who you
got? A good squad. They got a good squad. They got good pitching too, man.
So I'm gonna kind of like going against the grain, and I'm not being biased against y'all, but
Yes, you are.
I'm really not. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Dodgers and Blue Jays.
Yeah, he's a hater. You're a pure hater.
No, I'm really not, yo.
I
Because
thought he was gonna go against the grain on the National League, bro. Like you're a pure hater, bro.
so the reason why, like,
oh man,
I'm listening.
I believe the Dodgers just are the best. Like, I think the Dodgers are the best team in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we've, seen them kind of choke it up a little bit. But the Dodgers, they got one of the best starting pitching rotations in the league. And they've also got bats. And so when the rotation shortens in the postseason, it also is going to bolster your bullpen also, because some of those starting arms that you would normally, run out there every fifth day, those dudes are now in your bullpen, and you got, extra bodies out there that you can throw at. But what I like about the Blue Jays to me, they're well-rounded, and I think they got an underrated pitching rotation. They're not the Yankees. I like the Yankees starting rotation, but I like some of the bats and the bats that surround their stars. I think with Aaron Judge, he needs some more, run support. The run support that you get around Aaron Judge is a little bit iffy. It's a little bit up and down. And so with the Blue Jay, hate.
Wow.
AJ player head of the year.
Yeah. All right. Just pick the wild card to take us here. Just
what?
Wild card at that. Like, and then pick a division. Nobody's gonna win the pennant. You know what I mean? Just the wild card. Like,
and then you wonder why I went at him. Why I went about the MVP. Every chance you get, go at him. I'm trying to tell you, don't waste no time. Don't waste no opportunity.
Definitely up, bro.
Look, man. Hey, look, when it comes to that Yankees Blue Jays series, it's gonna happen in the playoffs. I think the unsung hero of that series is gonna be Kevin Gausman. Okay. And I think if he can go in there and give a strong performance as that third starter for the Blue Jays, it's gonna give y'all a tough time. So we'll see. But that's why I have the Blue Jays and the Dodgers as the World Series. It's not the World Series that everyone wants to see, but we don't normally get we don't get championships that we want to see. We rarely get that. And when we do, it's going to be something about it. Like I'm still not happy about that Buccaneers Chiefs Super Bowl, because it's just like we got the Super Bowl that we wanted, but we didn't get the teams that we wanted. Like the Chiefs was the team we wanted in there, but it wasn't that Chiefs team. Like they had every offensive lineman hurt, and Patrick Mahomes was out there running for his fucking life.
Hey, man.
So we're gonna revisit that when the time is there, definitely there. All right, let's get on to you.
Mets are a sleeper.
I like the Mets. Mets, but it's like the Chargers. Show me, dog.
That's what happened. They're just a sleeper. They could disrupt some things in the National League.
I think the problem with the Mets is how they squandered the division.
Subway World Series will really be a classic, though.
You know what happened last time?
Show ain't happening.
You know what happened last time too.
That's possible, AJ.
I think it's like the way they didn't win the division, how they squandered the division.
The way the Blue Jays tricked off. Like, come on, like, what are we doing here?
Hey, whoa, brother. I just let him talk. Don't get.
I'm your real friend.
Don't get nothing. I won't try to hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I would just let them talk. But that retort to your, because you had, you know what? We'll have a chance to revisit.
I want the Blue Jays and the Yankees to meet up in the ALCS, but the Astros.
It won't.
Thank you, man. I gotta beat Houston.
I
don't believe the. No, they can, because they're the 4th seed, right?
The way they can. Yeah, the way they have the bracket set up,
they'd be able to meet the ALCS, if I believe.
If they would,
I believe the Astros are, they are definitely a tough team every time, say the playoffs come around, they are definitely formidable.
I would say that's y'all kryptonite. Y'all really don't want to see the Astros in the ALCS.
But I think this is I just have that feeling. And
I'd prefer to see them.
Call it a homerism, bias, whatever you want to call it. I just believe this is the time that we're going to knock them off. They don't want to see, but like I said, I think they're going to have a tough time with the Blue Jays or the Mariners. Like I said,
it's
young Rodriguez is coming, bro.
For everybody, it's not. It's the postseason.
Yeah, but I know, but
it's gonna be tough.
We know the Astros is one of those teams that you just got to go beat them.
This is one of the things that scares me. Like Verlander is cooking. Yeah, I feel like Verlander been on a heat. Verlander been him for a minute.
Yeah,
and this is one like this might be the best I've seen him.
And when he on fire, you already know what that results to.
Yeah, man.
Right. And so also with that is like a little bit of how long can he keep that shit up?
Hey man, did y'all watch the Nolan Ryan Netflix?
Not yet.
People can keep it up for a long time, man. So Nolan Ryan was getting better as he got older.
I can't ever keep a woman.
Look, man. Look. He might can keep it up. He might can keep it going though, man. Verlander, he's not that old.
So listen, Pink Horse, Cam,
holler
at us for sponsorship.
Yeah,
Cam.
The honey pack.
You want to put your ad? You know what I'm saying?
Your honey pack can go right here, right next to Mr. Williams 21, right there.
You gotta take ads and sponsorships and all that. You know what I'm saying? We try to help it out. You know what I'm saying? Keep the ladies happy. You know what I'm saying? Keep the world happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's your ad right there for all y'all right there. We had some games, AJ, y'all sparked it off. Y'all had the Thursday game, and you about to spark it off. Y'all about to have the Sunday night game this week. I'm loving that personally. I love seeing good games on prime time.
Absolutely.
Cannon, we had a divisional game this week, but week 4 was a better week than week 3. I say that.
Yeah, I can say that. There was some really good games out there.
Some really good games, more conventional outcomes, not that many surprises, not that many comebacks.
Falcons was a surprise to me.
And Blue Chew, no.
Right, yeah. Don't forget the Blue Chew.
Don't forget Blue Chew. Add us to it. We see the ads. Add us to.
Speaking of the Falcons, Cannon, can I get some props for saying that the Falcons would be competitively trash this year, and they would give some, like, they would be one of those teams that it was some shit from that team that I like.
I can't give you props yet until they're trash, because right now they're 500. They might be competitive.
But that's what but that was my point. I was saying there was
trash.
Because
still got a message at the end. If they make the playoffs,
it was the reason why I said that, because Hill was giving his list, and I said, like, Hill was like, I don't even see them being competitively trash. I'm like, I said there was stuff on that team that I like, and Hill was like, I don't like nothing on this team. I'm like, no, they will be a solid team, and they gonna give people some
I agree with you on that point, though. I was with you, so
that's what I'm saying. So, like, I'm saying, like, hey, like, they've been holding it down.
I know we moved out. He brought me back to another point I wanted to make. Shout out to our guy Dennis. He said Mariners and the Blue Jays is the best matchup in the wild card round, in my opinion.
It's gonna be exciting.
That is young superstars in the making type of matchup. They need to.
The Mariners is
need to promote that like the NBA does. Like,
I'm about to say that, because that could be
versus Devin Booker. You know what I'm saying? We need to see.
Oh my God, no! Don't promote that.
No, but I'm just but you get my point. Like, you get my point. Like,
but doggone well, that's not baseball style, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. Rodriguez versus
teams, not players.
But you can still promote that as a team thing, because at the end of the day, when you do the Toronto Blue Jays, you doing that for Canada. Like, that is the whole Canada. You get a whole new fan base right there. And then with the Mariners has a fan base because they've been a solid fan base throughout baseball, from Griffey, Ichiro, and now you got young Rodriguez. So they're used to supporting a star. And so this is something that could be a future ALCS matchup down the line. So this is something that you definitely want to you definitely want to put your A broadcast team on some of these games. You want to get this that spotlight.
Like same thing you could do for the Mets and the Padres. Like, come on, baseball. Like the promotion has to you have to kick it up. Like,
but it's bro, the way that they promote it, they promote the game like it's the wild card. Like
October is their month.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, we know we understand though.
Fall classic, bro. Like that's their style. It's
time
old
to kick
fashioned.
It up.
So fast.
Back to the NFL, but shout out to our guy. We had to get that point off. Definitely, I was thinking that. I was like, I forgot it. He brought it back to me. How are the Falcons winning? Because the running game ain't it ain't popping. Oh, thank you. Okay, I asked the question. I got to answer.
Yeah, they're making adjustments. They're winning winnable games. Here's the thing. We said this before, like even trash NFL teams are pros.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can scheme it up, coach it up, and make adjustments, you should be in every game. Even the year that the Lions, when they went 0-16, right? They did complete that, right?
Yeah.
But that year, they lost a lot of games by 3 points. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That means that, yes, they were trash because they could not get the W, but it wasn't like everybody just was beating them by 40. That wasn't what was happening. So it's like,
remember I said that. I think I said that. I don't know if I said that before we got on air, but I said a lot of this, like the NFL stuff, it ain't a whole bunch of blowouts, regardless if you're the best team versus the worst team. Mm-hmm. It comes down to one or two plays. Yeah,
he said that.
And that's what I made. Like I don't mean to take it back to my team, but remember after Joe Burrow's rookie year, and I came back and I said, I think we can win 7 to 8 games, and our ceiling is like, our ceiling is like 10 games, because we like even though we only won 4 games, we were in so many one-score games, and we didn't capitalize on that one opportunity. And if we just get half of those, we can double our wins. And so that's what I'm saying. Like the Falcons, one of the points that I made to Hill is like, they don't have a whole bunch of stars on their defense, but there's some stuff on there that I like. Yeah. I did still mention they still got Grady Jarrett. AJ Terrell is one of the best, corners in the, young corners in the league, and they have some young talent. It's all about just putting it in the scheme and, doing certain things. And even though Kyle Pitts ain't performing the way people thought he would, they're still making plays on offense when necessary. And that's all it comes down to.
Some credit got to go to Arthur Smith, bro. Like
a lot of credit.
A lot of it, yeah, 100%.
But you mentioned Kyle Pitts.
He would be taking if he was
trying to fire his ass.
Yeah,
because Matt Rule,
But why isn't Kyle Pitts getting off? Why is he not even producing? Because he could be on Fantasy Thoughts every week.
But ain't he hurt though?
No.
But here's the thing. So what?
I thought he was.
He got a hamstring injury now, but
bro, that could be the difference between you getting separation or not. You feel me? And so it's like I'm not like I still have faith in Kyle Pitts. Also, they need a little. It's not like he has elite quarterback play. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, come on now. So it's like he got a bridge quarterback.
It's just some of them. I mean, when he's leaving the whole game with one catch.
What does this even matter?
But if you're the guy on the offense as a tight end, we can scheme that up, bro. We can shut you down.
But here's my thing about Kyle Pitts. People believe Kyle Pitts is such a game breaker. They will scheme him and try and scheme him out of the offense. And it's one of the things, like, you look at Jamar Chase right now. Like, look at that Dolphins game. As soon as the ball snapped, both safeties rolling over the top, and they're kind of rolling the underneath coverage over there. Mm-hmm. Drake London is starting to look like what they thought they would they drafted him for. But now I don't think Drake London's hurt.
He's been nicked up and not severe. Only severe injury that I think Eric is talking about. They got Cordell Patterson on IR right now.
I was about to say it's just Cordell Patterson. But my thing is, if they can build a solid run game, it's going to open up Kyle Pitts.
No, Ro, we don't want to hear that, man. You ain't say nothing when he left. Wasn't sad to see him go. It was pretty much sayonara, bro. Like
I still don't understand how like Arthur Smith had the motivation to be a football coach.
Yeah, that's
what you mean though?
Bro, his dad is the FedEx CEO. Like,
yeah,
that don't, bro. Just because your dad get money don't mean like my dad was successful. He wasn't giving me a dime once I was of a certain age, bro. Like, so it's like
but that shit black parents do. Black parents would be like, hey, you know what? You just graduated high school. Get the fuck out my house. Like, what you mean you putting me on my, like, how are we doing good? And now I got to inquire my own debt, bro. Literally, yeah. So I know, like, y'all know, but I don't know if the Forest know. I didn't go straight to college because I didn't know I could go to college. And so as I'm like, you know what? I met someone in LA and he was a very well-to-do businessman, and he was like, hey, yo, like, go to college, learn yourself. Like, you out here trying to like fight in this world. When you like go be a kid, go enjoy life. You like, because I told him about some of my experiences growing up. He's like, bro, you haven't been able to be a kid. Go to college, have no worries, fuck up, but still put yourself in a better position. I was about to go to college. My mom was like, yeah, we can't, like, I couldn't get no scholarships. And she was like, lesson number one, I'm gonna teach you a lesson by experience. Never co-sign on a loan for nobody. And I'm like, oh shit. So how I'm gonna get this loan for school? Because I can't get no scholarships. I need to get a loan.
Enters in predatory government lending.
And guess who
needed, AJ?
And guess who is still in student loan debt?
8.9%,
bro. and I'm out of state.
Oh my God.
If I told, bro, my student loan debt, hey, they got to get it back in blood, dog. I ain't got shit for you.
Should have been illegal what they were doing. We needed cosigners, so if we didn't have cosigners, we should have been denied, bro.
They knew what they was doing,
and then I was like, and then you gonna let me go over so I can get a refund check? You just you just saying, you know what? Here, go ahead.
Yeah, because they look
what you
said you get it back in blood, but that was their plan all along.
They wanted you to stay.
Like, you gonna get it back in blood, bro.
We gonna get it one way or another.
Yeah, they definitely got a knife.
Hey, even if you make minimum payment, that's all we need, bro.
Oh, we gotta we can't go more further than when we talk about week one. Tua's concussion.
Oh yeah, man. I'm glad that the independent neurologist was fired for that. Mm-hmm. But I think maybe the team doctor should have been fired too, because it's clearly able to see from that Buffalo game he should not have returned to the game. Like, I have to leave that a back injury is not delayed like that. You see what I'm saying? If he would have hurt his back, he would have been writhing on that ground right there. I don't think he would have got up, tried to walk a few steps, and then realized his back is hurt, bro. And I've seen a lot of back injuries, and they're normally immediate. Can you pull your back and then hurt it later? Yes, but this made him collapse down. See what I'm saying? And to me, that was a clear head injury because at first he grabbed his head when he was on the ground, and then he tried to shake it off before he even got up.
Exactly.
Then he gets up and he stumbles. People have to catch him. He should have never been back in a game. If I'm the independent neurologist, I'm just saying, look, just if I don't have no skin in this game, just to be safe, I don't want him going back in there because I didn't like the look of that. I don't even need to do a test. I'm not even going to test you to the end of the game, bro, because I didn't like that.
As the resident concussion expert here on Three Man Weave,
I've seen the movie too.
But you ain't had 8 of them. I've had 8 of them things that have been documented. This is 100% an institutional problem, because as Cannon alluded to, it wasn't like he got hit and reached for his back immediately.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he laid there and he reached for, his back, or he didn't move because he hurt his back. As soon as he hit the ground, it wasn't like he took a vicious hit. The hit came from his head hitting the ground.
Mm-hmm.
When it happened, when he hit the ground, he reached for his face mask. He had, fencing fingers for a slight second. Those fencing fingers happened for a slight second. When he got up, he was trying to shake the cobwebs off, and he was woozy.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen this happen with boxers plenty of times, where they get hit flush and they try to knock everything out. When he went out and the sideline reported, hey, Tua is being checked for a head injury.
Yeah, they said that.
And then it's like, oh, it's a back and an ankle injury. Nah, fam.
I ain't never seen a back and ankle do that.
Because what it was it was a head injury, and Tua was, came to enough to be like, oh, you know what? If it's a concussion, they're not gonna let me back in this game. And guess what? Tua understands the magnitude of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Tua understands that, hey, I'm doubted in my quarterback class. I see Joe Burrow. I see Justin Herbert. I'm the one that's trying to keep up, and I'm going to be compared to them for the rest of my life. The Dolphins, they need to see that I can be healthy. And what have me and Cannabis saying? Hey, bro, you can't stay healthy.
I hate that it was concussion though.
And I hate that it was a concussion, but also what also it is the magnitude of that game. You going up against a division rival in the Buffalo Bills, you own their ass, you got them on the ropes. If you were to get injured and come out that game, who knows what the career trajectory is if they lose that game. So, like I got Unruly saying, he said, wasn't Tua labeled soft, so he was trying to prove something. I won't necessarily call Tua soft. I would just say he has a propensity being injured. And one thing I've said on, episodes before, prior, when we've been doing draft talk, it's been proven. If you've been injured consistently in college, you will get injured consistently in the NFL. And that's what's happening. And the unfortunate part about it is we all saw it. I've had concussions. I saw that, and I know that was a concussion. I've had back injuries. I've never responded to a back injury like that.
They hurt right away, bro. Your back is gonna play with you.
And you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to get up.
At all, bro.
I'm not going to get up. And guess what? If I get up, I'm not stumbling like that. I'm going to be doubled over, though, trying to straighten my back out. Yeah. I'm not going to be.
That stumble was a clear disconnect from cognitive abilities. You feel what I'm saying?
My last point before I let you go here. So for me, what I see that led to this very, very vicious concussion, I've seen people get slammed like that before, but it's the second time within 4 days. Yep. That's like if you break a bone and you take your cast off before it's fully healed, you can open a door and just twist it, and the bone is just going to pop out of place because it's not fully healed. And it has, you haven't had your calcium build up and stuff like that. So something very simple can just break that bone again.
And your brain takes a long time to heal.
Your brain just got bruised. So it's just like when you have a bruise and someone pokes your bruise, that shit hurts. Now think about your brain. If your brain got hit hard and is bruised, it doesn't have to be another extremely violent hit, because we've seen receivers go up, catch balls, and they hit their head on the turf and they bounce right back up because they're not dealing with the brain bruise already. So it's just like, okay, you may have shaken me up, but it just shook me up and I'm good now. But if you the same spot, because that's what happened. Think about it. When he got pushed in the Bills game, he fell straight back, hit the back of his head. In the Bengals game, he got slammed, hit the back of his head. So it's that same spot of his brain. And it's the worst place that you want your brain to get hit is in the back of your head. That's why they've outlawed the rabbit punch in boxing, because that's a dangerous spot. And so that's why it was complete negligence, because he shouldn't have been in the game. I don't care if you're unsure. It's 4 days. It's 4 days later, bro. It's 4 days later.
In the game if you're unsure.
It's 4 days later. It's 4 days later. Sometimes an adult got to step in.
And you said,
sorry, Hill. I know I was long-winded. Sorry, Hill.
No, I had a question anyway, so y'all can definitely get it. I said it was a disconnect between the independent neurologist and everything, right? But we had this same incident that same Sunday night with Cameron Brake. Cameron Brake had a concussion. We thought, went through the blue tent. Next thing you know, he come out with a shoulder injury or whatever, and he back in the game. It's the same exact moment that we're having with the same independent neurologists. Like, so what is the disconnect here? What are we doing for? Why are we taking steps back if concussion protocol is supposed to be such an important factor?
The disconnect is the fact that they made it, one, as an independent neurologist, that's supposed to take away liability from the team. That's supposed to say, we're putting somebody else in charge. Now, if a team hires somebody, you ain't
independent.
Exactly.
That's number one. Number two, the test to get back from a concussion, they use a cognitive test, which is baseline. So basically, they have you do stuff like squeeze a stress ball. They have you lean back and touch your nose. You feel me? They have you follow stuff with your eyes, like a bunch of cognitive tests, right? And they test you when you're healthy. But here's the thing about the concussion. Because it is a bruise, some of the symptoms onset late. So the initial part, when I first hit my head, that's fogginess. That's from the brutal hit. That's not necessarily the concussion yet. The concussion is going to set in. That's the nausea. That's the pounding headache afterwards. That takes time to set in. So sometimes if you test me directly after, I may be able to pass those cognitive tests. It's just like the boxer. Like AJ said, we see boxers get knocked out, seen them shake it off, walk forward and tell the ref, I'm good, all within 10 seconds. Does that mean they don't have a concussion? No.
Yeah, go to the hospital. The next thing you know, they on life support.
Exactly. That just means they was able to fight through in that moment, because they know I gotta show some awareness, or they're gonna cancel me. So it's a survival thing. It's like fight or flight, and it's almost like the other part of your brain, the hippocampus, which is also in the back but it's lower, that's kicking in and just telling them you got to make it right now. And so they overcome it in that moment, especially like AJ said, 2-0, like this is monumental for my career. Like, I gotta be on the field right now. This is a clutch game. I need to make it. We got some breaking news.
I mean, what is going on, Draymond? Warriors take disciplinary action against Draymond Green against physical altercation with Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole probably in there smelling himself, talking trash, bro, like he a big dog. Bro, I was not to go off top, but I was just telling somebody, like, if Jordan Poole was traded and wasn't on that team and really had to go, like, be a big dog, like Paul George, like, because people like to compare him to Paul George. Paul George was a certified big dog in Indiana Dolo. I don't know if Jordan Poole could be that. So it's like,
that sounds like it's
you've been looking at it now, but it's like you playing with Steph and Clay and Draymond. You're always open, bro. Like, even that, no one's scheming up for you, Jordan Poole. I'm sorry. Even with you cooking like you did, we couldn't afford to scheme up for you because Steph and Clay gonna be open, bro.
It's easy to think you the guy when you don't have to be the guy.
Thank you, bro.
And we were trying to say that
last year. He got too big for his britches, and Draymond had that. That's without me knowing anything.
We say it all the time. How many times have we seen backup point guards go somewhere else and then end up not being, what they got paid for? Because, like, hey, bro, you was a backup point guard. It's the same thing with football. What we say about Juju. Hey, Juju, life is different as the number one receiver when they game plan to take you away. We see it all the time. Just like all you folks out there talking about, hey, should Cooper Rush be the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys? No, the fuck he shouldn't.
See, I don't go back and forth with him.
Hey,
but
it's no matter the hill, as long as whoever's suiting up winning, that's a beautiful thing to me.
Say it again, brother.
It's a beautiful thing. Like people want you to get upset about. Listen, bro, I don't care if it's Dak or Cooper Rush. If I'm a Cowboy fan, let's win some games, and it looked like that's what they're doing.
That's all that really matters is to get that W. And but in Jordan Poole's defense, because we don't know the details yet. Because once again, Draymond is not exempt for any of this because Draymond
he knows for fighting. That's all he do.
Draymond is an irritant. Draymond is a tyrant. Draymond is Draymond.
He's about to fight Steve Kerr.
And you see how it happened with KD. Like you said, we seen. So Draymond is not exempt from any of this. You know what I'm saying? Draymond is upset about his contract dispute. We know how that go. Like you said, he wears emotions on his sleeve. So anything,
boy, in practice acting like Jimmy Butler.
But what we do know, I can't wait to the next podcast.
Oh yeah,
because he already started. Like
I'm tuned in.
He over there breaking down the preseason and all that. So okay, hey, you've been telling us everything else.
But it's
we tuned in on your next podcast, sir.
Jordan Poole, like, hey man, sometimes you just gotta play your part, bro. You're not that guy on that team yet. So it's like, and I'm not saying like Draymond ain't have it coming, but it's like you gotta understand seniority sometimes. There has been times on your job, Hill, my job in life, where people who had more seniority got away with stuff that we didn't like, bro, and there's nothing that we could do about it.
Oh, trust me.
That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, and that's a part of being a young, experienced, a young person at your craft. You know what I mean? You don't have the stripes yet.
But we'll get the details.
We'll get the details, sure,
and figure that out. That's definitely something we want to monitor. That's one of them stories that we like to hear. We like to hear that. Anything else about y'all had about week 4?
So this was a question that I was gonna ask at like before our Thursday night game, but I don't necessarily want to ask it right now, but I'm gonna ask it anyway because fuck it. Because the question that I was gonna pose before our Thursday night game, before we played the Dolphins, I wanted to say, whose Super Bowl hangover are you like? Who do you think might have a bigger Super Bowl hangover, the Rams or the Bengals? Because at the time,
that was definitely
the records were a little bit closer, but I didn't get a chance to ask. Hold on, Ro. The Colts still are y'all okay? The Colts may not win the division, but are the Titans going to win the division?
Like, I mean, it seems like Titans getting it together,
bro. But back to answer your question.
Yeah,
I don't think either team has a hangover. And I said that. So look, let me finish.
No, I'm letting you finish.
So before, like when we asked when your team was on the hot seat, I said no. And look, now y'all 2-2, y'all at 500. Same thing for as far as the Rams. One, I picked San Francisco to beat them because they struggle with San Francisco, especially with Jimmy G as the quarterback. So it's like I just felt like they were going to lose that game. I truly feel like they'll be back to winning ways next week. Are they going to get back to the Super Bowl? I don't know, but I don't consider this a Super Bowl hangover yet. So it's like they're still 500. I feel like they're going to be above 500 next week, and I feel like the Bengals will be above 500. That makes both of the Super Bowl teams playing good football if they win this week.
I think about what we've seen from specifically about the Rams. I haven't. It's the Rams. I haven't liked the Rams at all season. Even in their wins,
I ain't like them last year.
Sure. They haven't looked good. But I'm just specifically talking about this season. Like I said, the first game, okay, boom, you got blown out by the Bills. Okay, boom, we got the Bills going. Everybody got the Bills Super Bowl. Yeah. Next week, I'm just saying.
I get you.
You come out and then you come out. Atlanta, you struggle with Atlanta. You know.
Yeah.
All right, come on now. Like, okay, we gave some credit. You know, being competitive and all that because you struggle with Atlanta. It took y'all a late interception to beat Atlanta. Come on now. And then you come out there. You play the Cardinals. All right.
And my biggest thing that I said to start off was the offensive line. It's going to look a lot different when you don't have that offensive line that you had coming into that season last year. No, like they didn't do anything to address it. It was just more so, all right, Andrew Whitworth, you decided to retire. We're just gonna move some people around, and guess what? We are the Rams, and we're gonna be good. And before the season, I said that is going to be your Achilles heel for your season. And guess what? It has proven to be an issue because Matt Stafford led the league in picks last season with a good offensive line. So if you are known to make bad decisions and you got some time, bro, you are going to make some terrible decisions when you are under pressure. Matt Stafford is not one of those quarterbacks that you can just say, all right, I'm going to live under pressure. And I'm not going to get into a Matt Stafford conversation because we've been doing that a little bit too much. I'm just saying this ain't the team that we expected it to be. Not even that we expected it to be, but that back to the Super Bowl. Overall, that like I didn't expect them to get back to the Super Bowl either. We
get that, Cannon, but you didn't expect them to look like this, though. Like, I mean, let's be honest. You expect them to look like this?
I expected them to look like. I just
cool.
I just have them barely making the playoffs, so it's like they're looking like that type of team.
And that's fine. Like
Rakia and Ross is going at it in the comments.
That's what I'm talking about. That's division. That's divisional stuff.
I like. Can we get that? Because that game is tomorrow.
Coming up though, because I want to tell him he is absolutely right.
Which one? This one?
Yes, you are absolutely right, Ross. You have no arguments for me, brother. Somebody invited me to that game, and I politely told them, "Hell no."
Hey, when they get on your good graces, Cannon, you got to get a black jersey though, bro.
Yeah,
you got to get a black jersey.
Like that is one of the most important.
I said when they get on your good graces,
the black jersey is tight, but it's like, bro, like the team sucks, so it don't matter. Like
it's not going to be bad forever, bro. I promise. It's going to turn around,
bro.
It has to at this point.
94, 95.
Okay,
96,
you ain't got okay. You don't have to go down the line. I believe you, bro. I believe you.
But back to it was a 2-part question that you had about the Super Bowl hangover. Basically like what you said though, AJ, about the Super Bowl hangover, it definitely looked like y'all was definitely drunk on the beginning of the season.
Absolutely.
A lot of the starters didn't play in the preseason. A lot of continuity issues that y'all had to get through. And with a tougher schedule, you really didn't have that leeway of taking some of these unnecessary losses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got a tougher divisional game against a mad opponent in the Ravens Sunday. It really didn't matter if they won or not. It was going to be tough regardless. Y'all could be undefeated. It was going to be a tough game regardless. Prime time. So it's just the fact that some of these questions, it all depends on how you felt about the team in the beginning. Because if y'all go out and lose, that doesn't mean that y'all Super Bowl hangover is just that damn, y'all just that damn drunk because this is a tough game.
Right.
But if that's what you're doing to hang your hat on, but like I wasn't believing in the Bengals anyway. Look at them. You can use some of this stuff as your fuel.
Two your games under 500 by week 8 or 9.
In context, also, this is why I wanted to ask this question before that Thursday night game when we were 0-2.
And I get it, but with the Ravens coming up, I understand. If you asking this before y'all played the Jets, and then it's a different question. But you still got the Ravens coming up, and the Rams have the Cowboys coming up. Yeah. These are 2 games that both of you guys, but y'all can both win.
And that's why I wanted to pose that question, because before we played the Dolphins, we were 1-2. And people were still kind of like, hey, that offensive line, this and that. And then also, like I said, with the Rams, they still had some tough games coming up. The record was a little bit different, but it didn't look like, oh, this is a Super Bowl contending team. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to ask that question then. But I felt like it was still kind of, something that we could ask.
I'm not understanding. I know you had your point. I know AJ. I mean, Ken, I know you said what you said about them, and when we talked about them in the preseason, in the preview. I know AJ, you talked about the offensive line. I'm confused on how you ain't figured out how to get Allen Robinson the ball at all. Like, if he just trash all of a sudden.
It's something. Like, Eric said it. Like, you are throwing entirely too much to Cooper Kupp, bro. Like, I don't know if you're infatuated with him or what. He has way too many targets for that offense for Sean Vay to be in charge of that offense. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, and I'm loving it because I have Kupp.
Yeah.
Like, even when they're losing, I'm like, look, they losing. Kupp got 30 points still. Like, how's that possible? He just got 10 receptions. No, you know what I mean?
Can I jump in here real quick?
Go ahead. But it's like
So the reason why I said, like, remember when we did our receiver list and I didn't have Cup number one? One of the reasons why I said it is Cup isn't explosive. He just gets fed targets.
he gets fed, bro.
And so
Got a
it's
lot
like, bro, you get fed targets, but you're like, I can count on you to convert a 3rd and 5.
I've seen
But-
Robinson open.
But it's like, I can't necessarily say like you're going to break a game open. And so the players that I had above Cup break games open. And if they got the target share that Cup got, they would have been broke Calvin Johnson's record. Because you look at Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams, when he was in Green Bay, he got a lot of targets, but he didn't get the targets that Cup was getting.
But
And
you
he
know,
still was in the and he
the complexion drink before he make his throw.
the brown paper bag. So it was just like, so it's like, yeah, Cup, you're reliable, but just because you're reliable don't mean you great. And I've said this about other players
He's
before.
great at
Just
his
because,
job. He ain't great at helping his team win.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, you're reliable, and being reliable, that's not a bad thing. But it's just like, just because you're reliable don't mean that you're going to take us to the next level. And he did what he was supposed to do last season. He was great last season. But we've also seen Cooper Kupp movies prior to last season. And I think he's coming back down to earth a little bit. That's all.
Can we I'm just so disappointed, but let's just have a segment. Let's have a segment about ourselves.
Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's that time, brothers. It's that time. It's
shit.
very sad moments. And if you bet the over and under for Cannon, you about to hit the over on this moment.
I am.
We do a segment every week, you know, fantasy thoughts. You know, come out here, you know, people disappointing themselves, you know, they letting your team down in fours. I know if you play fantasy football, you can please chime in on this segment right here. Instead of, you know, we put it on the Instagram and, you know, Facebook group, we made the graphic, you know, who your fantasy thoughts this week for week 4, but we could do a little something different this week. Your fantasy thoughts this week is us, y'all. Your boys ain't doing too well in fantasy. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. You know, we are in numerous leagues together. You know, some certain leagues that we got, you know, separate. But you know, I'm not out. I'm not completely out of it.
I'm bundle of Brittany right now.
In a couple leagues, I got a chance to make a run. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't looking too good for you, boy.
Not with the way that these thoughts are performing. That's what it is.
You don't care. We at the thoughts.
Yes.
Y'all the thoughts.
Yeah, man. Like Deontay Johnson, you are super thought so far this year, and it ain't. I don't know. They said it's your QB fault, but dang, bro, like give me something. But then it's like, all right, well, Najee, I got Najee too. Run game non-existent too. Dang, double thought coming from the Steelers. Like, what in the world? Then it's like, who else was supposed to ball? Kareem Hunt, man, been a straight letdown all season. That's why I was going to counter your trade with Hill.
We were gonna talk. That was the first person we would talk, bro.
Yeah,
that was the first person I was gonna offer.
Should have been your first. You should have stuck with that. You might have got.
You know, we got open negotiation, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Oh,
you know,
man.
was even more sad for me in both the leagues that we in together. I didn't put up 100 points in neither one of them.
All your bad advice, you started listening to it.
But the crazy thing, so I'm not too worried because I believe it was last year in 3-man weave. It was either last year or the year before. Week 4, I was 0-4.
Yeah,
I played Lou, and then went on a 10-game win streak and made the playoffs. So I'm not worried because I got my team looked good on paper, but
that's my problem right then and there.
We so ass.
Now, I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna shoot you some bail. I remember you used to always tell us, "Oh man, I don't want the number one overall pick. I don't, I hate getting a number one overall pick." And I'm sitting there like, "Boy, that's the dumbest I've ever heard." But I'm speaking from a place that I've never had the number one overall pick, so I'm sitting there like, I can't relate to none of these problems. And then I got it. I'll never want that shit again. And keep it away. Jonathan
12
Taylor
is better. 12 is better.
Jonathan Taylor.
But what have I been saying? I kept telling y'all, give me the last two picks.
But if I would have had, I wouldn't have picked him because number one picks don't go back to back like that, bro.
He wasn't the number one pick last year, bro.
Bro, for me, he was. He was the
best.
No,
first round pick.
He was a first round pick.
Jonathan, but I would have took him. Like if I would have had the first pick last year, I would have took.
Most people last year was taking Derrick Henry
and CMC,
Christian McCaffrey,
and Cook,
Justin Jefferson. I think.
No, not
last year. Not last year. Not first overall. But I'm talking about like the first like 3 picks.
It was Cup and Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin might have got some in there.
Yeah, it might have been.
It was around the same usual suspect: Derrick Henry, CMC,
running backs. Yeah,
and it might have been another receiver that we can't think of.
But I had an early pick last year, and I took JT and he balled out.
But we was round the back, bro. We was round like 8 and 9 or something. But,
because remember, Jonathan Taylor, like
I couldn't believe
Jonathan Taylor was a good back the year before, but he didn't. He like nobody expected him to do that. And one of the things with fantasy football, a lot of times people are a year too late.
Yeah.
You're a year too late because the player breaks out. And that's why that year that I had that's why that year I had Patrick Mahomes and Kareem Hunt when they like that late. That first year that they started.
Got them dumb late.
Because I was on time, and that'd be like that's the hard part, and that's one of the things. Like if you like notice my draft, I try to kind of like navigate who I can catch right now, like catch fire, but get them before they actually arrive. I want them to get them in that year that they break out. You got to get them in that breakout year because that's how you build that depth,
and that's how you get them late. Because if you got to spend for them early. Then it just hurts your team.
I'm just one of those moments, man. It was just like, it's just like I'm just not getting it. Like just every league though, like at least one of my leagues, like, but it's okay. I'm out of one league next year, so I'll just be down to 2, and I can be able to focus. I'll be able to focus on myself.
I'm taking a hiatus from fantasy after this year, man.
Even you can't take one from 3-man weave. You are locked in, bro. You fucked up my
stakes, bro.
You fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up, and now you on death row. You are here.
Hey. You know you fucked up, right?
I bought the bottle of beer at 11:30.
I thought you said 11:15.
I ain't gonna lie to you. At that moment, bro, I would have snitched too, bro. His voice would have just made you snitch.
Bro, but bro. I would say, bro, I don't know what fucking time it was.
That's
you said 11:30.
But here's the thing.
I agreed to it, bro. That 15 minute at 11:30 at night, 11:15, 11:30. That ain't gonna fly in court, bro.
You just gotta bit him with like, bro, I don't wear a watch.
Exactly. I was scared. Never answer precise questions, bro. Anything, but if they try to nail you down to a specific time, always say, I don't recall, man.
I'm scared of Bill Duke now. So I'm telling you right to the day. In that moment,
Jeremy Pruitt ain't gonna do nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, bro.
You know what I'm just saying? At that moment, you know what I'm saying?
And look, I used to think because we was younger when we seen that, right? And I'm like, I used to be scared of my pops. I'm like, yo, and my pops was a pretty cool looking guy. You feel me? I'm like, yo, his kids got to be afraid of him, bro. Like I tell him, like, you better get that trash out before I come home, right? And he pull up, he be like, y'all know y'all done fucked up, right?
Yeah, you know
that's where it go.
It's like, oh my God, bro.
That line was not in the script.
It was not, bro. He added that joint.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man. Well, it's been a good one. It's episode 171. I'm Hill. It's Cannon. It's AJ. Y'all know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms. 3Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _ You catch us on TikTok and Twitch. We will figure out how to work Twitch one day. It's 3Man Weave _
Man.
Y'all already know. Y'all know, to all the Cowboy fans out there, we definitely will be recording Dallas Duo coming up shortly. If you just want to troll the Cowboys, hey, feel free to pull up. You will get ignored.
Ain't nothing really to troll at this point.
Everybody want to do the same thing. We want to play Cooper Rush with Dak. They want to talk about
funny.
that.
They don't. It'd be a lot of haters when y'all be losing.
Speaking of haters, I ain't seen your boy. What your boy won? I ain't even get a good game. I ain't get a nothing. I ain't get none of that.
Stomach.
It's depressing.
But every time when it comes to the Cowboys, he always got something to say. He got something to say, but I couldn't get it. He could at least say, "Hey, bro, this game, we gonna see y'all." Which
is why I don't understand why some teams do that in a rivalry. So it's like, if I win the rivalry game, I'll be excited. But I'm
definitely it's time to log off.
Look,
we getting spam now.
Yeah,
we asked for Blue Chew.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. And now we got to find love.
We got 69 mega. 69 mega.
But look,
Jamal Williams.
we going viral. But look, I'm never excited. Well, I'm saying I do. Like, if I'm watching the game and my team is not playing and one of my rivals lose, I am excited. But I ain't texting or reaching out to them saying, "Hi, you lost," especially if my team didn't win.
I've been trying to tell people the rules.
I don't understand that. I'm seeing people, and this is even when my team does win, rarely, like, I'll see people whose team lost. They'll be like, "Your team's still trash." It's like, bro, your team didn't win. Like, just respect the game, bro.
Bro, do you know how
this week? Tell them good game, bro.
Do you know how many people text me after the Super Bowl that I hadn't heard from all football season?
Like, that team made it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes
sense. And my thing is like, hey, bro, like, I haven't talked to you in years about football. And you texted me about the Super Bowl?
I should have been trolling you after this Yankee and Blue Jay stunt. I should have trolled you after that. But all I did was say, a good game, bro. You know what I mean? Tough L. Because like I said, I don't revel when people lose, because I felt that feeling all too much. I know how it feels.
Don't get me started on the Suns. The Suns playoff run.
But if they win, because they're my rivals and I respect it, I say good game. Like, come on, man. That's what I say. Like, y'all got it this weekend, bro. Watch. And if y'all don't got it, you need to take the same stance that I'm taking, bro. But somebody needs to get fired.
But let's be consistent about, let's say, but we using Ross as an example. You will hear from him. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, facts.
You feel what I'm
saying? Because me and Ross, we talk shit all the time, because it looked like them Texas Longhorns ain't going.
Ross will give you your props. Ross gives your team his props, or you for predicting it. He doesn't go ghost when he takes his L.
That's all you ask for is consistency. Like I said, your boy Juan been going at us all the time. Everything that happens with the Cowboys negatively, or he got a meme, he got a joke to say, he posted, he there. Next thing you know it, we win. I ain't seen him since. You know what I'm saying? Ask your boy, do a wellness check. Is your boy all right?
But I will say he more so gonna be in the group. So if you post a negative meme about the Commanders, he will comment. He's not gonna shout from the group, but
he posted a regular, like he normally do. He posted a regular post.
So
I don't want to see no regular post. Come on, my post.
There ain't no meme. That ain't no memes for him to post.
Come on, my post like you normally do. I added him. You know what I'm saying? I added him. Say, where you at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's all good, all fair. You know what I'm saying? That is my guy, and it's getting cold, so I'm definitely about to cop a Scully.
You need to add your other boy, man. I had to unfollow him, man. He a Commander fan.
That's why I did not. But I made a comment on him doing one of his comments.
Worse, because he was celebrating. It was one of the weeks we lost too, and that's why I was like, bro, like, what are you doing? We lost.
And on one of those posts, I said we live rent free in your head. And next thing you know it, he ain't respond.
But it was after that. Oh, you know what it was? It was a Tua drink.
The Tua thing, yep.
He mocked Tua. One thing, and that's another thing. Like, I never mock people getting injured. I sat up there. I was the poster boy for Tua gets hurt. I'm not gonna rejoice when he does, bro, or laugh when he does, especially a hurt like that. Because when I seen that was scary. He got a whole family. Like, bro, that wasn't.
Bro, these dudes are human, dog. Like,
never really wish injury.
And that's why our team don't do well, because we got people like him. That's the karma, bro.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. The heavyweight fight of the weekend will be Miss Rakia versus Ross. I'm going with Rakia, yo. She got a right hand.
And she served. You know, she got that military training.
Yeah, Ross better watch out.
Good luck, Rakia. You banking on a horrible god dang on organization. I'll tell you that.
Here we out.
All right. Hey, shout out to the Fours, man. We out.